were the remains of horned Nephilim skeletons found in North America. Of all the mysterious, eerie archaeological discoveries, none matches the Sayre burial mound in Bradford County, Pennsylvania, Susquehanna Valley. The burial mound found at the end of the 19th century by the fluke of three researchers unaware of what was lying underneath their feet. The three researchers were a group of distinguished antiquarians, including the Pennsylvania state historian and dignitary of the Presbyterian Church, Dr. G.P. Dennehu, A.B. Skinner of the American Investigating Museum, W.K. Moorhead of Phillips Academy in Andover, Massachusetts. Instead of finding Native American bodies at Spanish Hill, the researchers unraveled beneath the burial mound several outlandish skeletons due to their impressive height of over 7 feet. These skeletons in particular presented another trait that has never been recorded among humans. They had real horns protruding from their foreheads, 2 inches above their eyebrows. It's estimated they've been buried in the 13th century AD. More intriguing is the fact that the local people reported bizarre apparitions that closely resemble the horned skeletons found in the Sayre burial mound. Like many fresh archaeological findings, soon after the skeletons were sent to the Philadelphia Museum, they were allegedly stolen or misplaced and lost. Apparently, these pieces of history could have shed some light on the prehistoric inhabitants of North America of those days. On the other side, some claim that skeletons are the remains of beings who served for higher purposes, suggesting a culture of the Nephilim and their offspring, altogether forming the shining ones, quote-unquote, often depicted as being with horns. The horns symbolize wisdom and rulership, and this correlation can be seen in many shamanistic cultures where members ornate their heads with horns. According to a theory of writer Mary Sutherland, the use of horns as garnishment in headpieces was done to display kinship and an Atlantean bloodline with the right to rule. So it had to do with the Atlantean mythology. And you'll find the playlist of the Emerald Tablets written by Thoth the Atlantean for you there in my playlist. He talks about their abilities, their tremendous advanced technology, and what they did, what they used was not to be done, and it was to the detriment of humanity. And he says it was a matter of time before the divine spirit put an end to them, and that's what happened. But a lot of Atlanteans did escape before the destruction of Atlantis to various continents and set up new cities. Now, an article published the story of the horned skeleton, page by the Moreland Expedition, Find Horned Men's Skulls, remarkable discovery by archaeologists in Susquehanna Valley. According to the Dispatch to Philadelphia Record. And according to Deb Twigg, Executive Director of the Susquehanna River Archaeological Center of Native Indian Studies, SRAC for short, this is the headline from the earliest news article that she could find. It's from 1916 as opposed to 1880s. The article goes on to say that this is one of the most remarkable scientific discoveries in history made here. 68 skeletons of men living 700 years ago on Earth between Sayre and Waverly. A queer fellow. He was 7 feet in height, horns protruding from his skull, horns of solid bone which grew straight out from the skull, about 2 inches above the perfectly formed skull, and which gave every evidence of having been there since birth. Now, the legends of many Native Americans tell of an early race of giants responsible for the megalithic structures that can be found across all of North America. And of course, we haven't found them yet, but they're there. The thing is that a lot of archaeologists of America don't dig in America. They go to foreign countries where they're sure they're going to find something. Now, unfortunately, there is a lot to be found in America. Now, when the first settlers asked the Native Americans about the particular megalithic structures, they came with an answer that would not satisfy the skeptics. The entire land was inhabited a very long time ago by an ancient race of powerful people that had emerged from the sea. In other words, they came from somewhere else. Is this the pure truth that some perplexing legends hold, or a simple deceitful maneuver of the Native Americans to hide a greater knowledge that very few are chosen to understand. It's easier to lie when mixing with conservative elements of truth. Until any traces of the misplaced or stolen skeleton exhibits are to be discovered, many questions will remain unanswered, and in the need for answers, those who will seek will eventually propose more elaborate and possible more accurate theories regarding their origin, their purpose, and what caused their extinction if it ever happened. The words Nephilim are the identity of the horned skeleton remains, but the possibilities are countless, and we'll have to wait for a verdict of whenever the evidence appears. And this is on Bended Reality. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.